Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brandon,
And Ryan,
and welcome back to another episode of Hall of Fame or Hall of Shame, your favorite Monday night show where we take two comics under the same theme and see which one belongs in the Hall of Fame, which one belongs in the Hall of Shame. Today, we have a super awesome issue coming up for you guys. Super awesome episode. We are going over the next Robins. So we have Batman number 366 versus Batman 457. First appearances of Jason Todd and Tim Drake, both debuting in their Robin costumes. Not their first appearance in continuity, but their first appearance as Robins. What's up, Ryan? How are you doing today, brother?
I'm great. I'm really excited to talk about these Robins. I figured, Brandon asked me what two issues we wanted to do this week, and I wanted to do something with the Robins just because there's so much Robins content. There's probably gonna be a new Robins series written by Tim Seeley. We got some great Nightwing and Red Hood content from Chip Zdarsky and Tom Taylor. And just, the Robins are always popular. So I think Damien's first appearance is a bit one overdone and two kind of in that Grant Morrison thing where it's not as powerful, especially. And I think we're going to do Batman and Robin number one in a separate thing.
That's something to be done soon.
Yes, and I think that could be used better in a different thing. And then Dick Grayson's, that's all the way back. So I think the Tim Drake and Jason Todd would be a good comparison. And it turned out after reading these two issues that I think it is a really good comparison.
Right. It amazed me how similar these two kind of came in, but yet they were so different. Like some of the stories, I'm like, I just read this. It's you're intertwining about you. So worry, guys. We're gonna get into it for you guys. And remember, if you guys are catching this show live, you leave something in the chat, you'll be on the show forever. We'll highlight it, shout you out. And if you are catching the replay, well, you get no shout out, but thank you for joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Right now, yeah, let's hop right into it. Let's talk about this book, this first one with Batman and Jason Todd.
Yeah, so Batman 366. It is by Doug Mensch with art by Don Newton and Alfredo Alcala. So basically, like Brandon said right off the bat, these two issues were really similar in plot structure. And even the way they debut as Robin is really, really similar. So we start off with Jason Todd is in Wayne Manor, and right off the bat, it's Ginger Jason.
It's Ginger Jason.
It's Ginger Jason, which I'm not the hugest fan of. I didn't really like. That's one of the few things that Grant Morrison did that I really didn't like. I like Jason always having black hair, but teach their own. But we have Ginger Jason looking around Dick Grayson's because he's in Wayne Manor. He's looking around in Dick Grayson's kind of like his old room, and it's basically left untouched from when he left living at Wayne Manor. And in the closet, he finds the Robin costume. So then we hard cut to Batman in Guatemala. Now, think of the, and of course, when you think of Batman, immediately, yeah, he's in Guatemala with Vicky Vale. You think of like the 1970s, that kind of era. Neil Adams, Batman, that globe-trotting Batman, he's everywhere. He's fighting shirtless in the Middle East. He's in Central America, whatever. So it was kind of cool to see him in somewhere other than Gotham. What did you think about the setting of this book?
I really like the settings. It's like, the Joker Batman relationship is going so far to where we're going overseas. Usually you'll see Batman go like out west, or not out west, all the way to the east, to like the Middle East, to fight like Ra's al Ghul, or as we're gonna see him coming up in the Detective, he's gonna be in England. So a lot of times we're seeing him going the other direction, not necessarily down south.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's way different.
Of course, Vicky Vale is all over this issue.
All over both.
I'm like, what the hell is up with Vicky Vale? shout out to Fit to Be Read. Love how Robin gets more attention in the past 5 years or so, not just in the comics. Yeah, and recently we have been playing on this whole Robin mythos with Damian Wayne, and then you're getting a lot of the attention, of course, with the Titans, with Dick Grayson. Not still, Tim Drake is finding his way in this area. Bendis completely screwed him over, and the team
Yeah.
isn't giving him much love either. So if your ideal Tim Drake has not yet to be seen, I don't blame you for being mad. I feel the same way. And then and then Station Travis, to you, good sir. Travis is awesome. And one day will steal his Daredevil beanie that he has. I will, but he lives on Krakoa. Yeah, I enjoyed the setting though.
Yeah, no, definitely. I would.
Obviously, we know Dick Grayson retired as Robin, and these are like kind of paving the way for these two guys to join in as their own characters. So I'm really excited to be talking about these guys. You know, it's an awesome setting. I would
What?
better. We
What?
got more people
Go ahead.
chat. We got Vindicated. What is up? What is up? How are you doing? It's my BFF right there. And then we got Michael in the chat. What key issue Robins do I have of Robin? Does Teen Titans 44 count? Does does Teen Titans 44 count? I think that's like the biggest key issue I have. I don't know. We
Yeah.
a lot of these keys, and we're gonna be very honest with you, as we read these keys digitally when
Yeah.
we are doing these shows, because first off, going back and hunting them is a lot, and I'm not exactly more of a key hunter right now. I'm more of a, hey, let me just find as much shit as I can read and enjoy. And if I don't,
And,
it gets put back on the shelf, and I will not recommend it to someone.
yeah, and a lot of the stuff we read is also either really old and not collected in a trade, or kind of obscure, so it's not really in a trade as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're reading most of them digitally.
Yeah. So I mean, we buy it, but I have it in my digital collection. If that,
Yeah, of course, of course.
no, but I have my Teen Titans 44 signed by Marv Wolfman, because that's a
That's
grail to my collection.
what.
So, and I have a funny story of Marv Wolfman almost hitting my car on my way to my LCS. His daughter lives 10 minutes down the road from me. But
That's awesome.
I'm sure I've said that story enough. Anyway, let's continue with the story. We're talking about the setting.
But yeah, so the setting, what I thought was really cool is Jason debuted as Robin abroad. And as we know, he died as Robin abroad. So, Jason was Robin in this era of like the globe-trotting Batman, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, so
National Batman.
yeah, so Batman and Doug Mensch, this when I was reading this issue, it's really poetic. Like the lines are like, full of grandeur, and everything is like really either dark and grounded, or like it rhymes and it's really poetic. So, Doug Mensch he's obviously a great writer. But anyway, Batman is with Vicky Vale in the forest, and they come across these Guatemalan rebels because, it's a Central American country. There's a revolution going on, most likely. So they catch up with they're walking in the woods, and they're like, oh, we need a ride. And then these rebels show up in this truck, and they're like, and Vicky Vale's like, wow, we have a ride now. So, they start basically traveling along with these rebels. And then the leader attacks Batman with a knife, just because they're, Batman, you see Batman and what's up? How you doing?
My guy, he was on the show. But anyway, yeah.
But you see Batman and you're like, well, he's probably going to be helping out the government, considering, justice and all that. So they attack him, and he's like, hey, I'm not here to get involved in your politics. I'm here for the Joker, which was really cool to see. Like, Batman's not like, I'm going to help the government, even though they're kind of a dick. And then it's like, hey, I'm not going to be like, I'm helping the rebels because I want to free the people. It's just Batman's like, hey, you guys figure it out on your own. I'm just here to stop the Joker.
Batman doing everything against the U.S. government when they go to another country.
And also, this issue, which I've read this issue maybe once before, just because I love Jason Todd, but it has a line that I absolutely love. Batman says to the rebels, "I serve justice, and when justice fails, I serve vengeance."
Yes, and yes, like Steve says, smash the shit out of that in all caps, like y'all.
Absolutely.
It's the button that goes up like this,
Yeah.
when you're gonna want to hit. But yeah, I love how Batman's just like, boom! I don't give a crap about what's going on here. I'm here for Joker
Yeah.
and Vicky Vale. Because the most obscure reporter, now keep in mind, right? In Metropolis, you have Lois Lane. That is their reporter. You have Iris
Man.
West in Central City. And in Gotham, you have Vicky
Linda Park in Keystone City.
Linda Park in Keystone. But more importantly, you got Vicky Vale.
You got Vicky there.
And they want you to know that every hero needs a reporter, and this is her.
Exactly. I mean, it works out perfectly. But
Language a little bit. Oh, Travis.
Basically we see Batman, or then this is in continuity and part of a larger run. So there's obviously going to be these scenes that, if you're reading the issue for the first time, are not going to make much sense. So we get basically this woman opens a note, and the note is like, "Hey, I'm not your real father. Your real father is Alfred Pennyworth."
Oh
And
my gosh. Her Julia. Oh,
Julia.
what was Julia? No, Julia was in Batman Eternal.
Yes, she was in Batman Eternal.
Wild. That's who I knew her name. I was like,
And she was in the first issue of Endgame in Scott Snyder's run.
yeah, and I was like, oh, talk about a full 180. Look at her, all private school and prissy. Like, this is what she looks like now, right? Oh, if it can focus. But I'll get the picture. Right? This is what, let me zoom in on one of them. She's like blue, black hair. I think like in normal times it was black, but
she just looks like a normal.
She looks like a prep teen.
Yeah, exactly. Like nothing really special. But basically we get that reveal that is not important to the plot. Batman doesn't even say a word to Alfred this entire issue, so that really doesn't matter. But then we move back to Guatemala, where Batman's talking to Vicky Vale, and they're basically talking about, all right, like we got to deal with this, but basically the rebels and the government, like we have to deal with the Joker, but we also have to deal with this, literal civil war that's going on. And as they're talking about that, Joker copters begin to fly over. And I love this moment where the truck's still driving and Batman just starts booking it. Like,
he just starts running. Like that, in the first Captain America movie when like the Nazi car's driving and he's just like going full speed after it.
That's what I imagine. I imagine Batman's like, screw this car, and he just starts booking it.
Or like, that cartoon, or like that commercial where he's running, he's like trying to keep up.
So Batman, books it, and then we cut away again, and it's like the Alfred Pennyworth thing. We learn that Commissioner Gordon is basically on life support and about to die. Which we get no. I'm sure in previous issues it was
on life support.
Yeah, exactly. Like whatever. And Barbara's sitting there, and then the mayor's like, "All right, guys, he's in a coma. It's the perfect time to make our move." And then the other guy with him is like, "What the hell is wrong with you, man?" And he like walks out. Is that Bullock? It looks like Bullock, but I'm not really sure because they don't say.
Yeah, that's Bullock.
Yeah, it's definitely Bullock. But
I've never imagined Bullock speaking Spanish. I believe that language is supposed to be in. Like you're supposed to read it like knowing that he's speaking Spanish. I'm like,
yeah.
Ever be reading Spanish or talking Spanish? I mean, it's Harvey Bullock.
There's been some wacky stuff in Batman continuity. You never know. But It looks like Bullock. It looks really.
Hey, what's up, Fable? And if you guys want to ask us an obscure question, like we did get one earlier, please do. We love all the interaction. So y'all want to ask us anything, go for
it. So then we go back to Guatemala, and we've spent time with the rebels, and now we got to spend time with the government. So the government is basically, what's up?
And a Joker copter.
Yes, and so the government's like, hey, we got to take down these rebels, and then the Joker copter comes in and just starts like raining machine gun fire on the government and basically killing all the government soldiers until like the leader of the government and the military leader is still alive. Joker's about to kill him, and then Batman pushes him out of the way, saving him. And it says, like, again, what I said with these like poetic lines. Vicky Vale vaults into the thick of the action, snapping some of the best photos of her career.
Oh, the dialogue was so sick. Like, there's just match the arcs. You're getting a bunch of these different action sequences, and then Doug Monetch is, I don't even know how to pronounce that.
I say Mensch. I don't know if that's right.
Doug Mensch. Sure, we'll go with it.
But we'll just go with it.
Yeah, it's awesome, bro. Like the fight sequences combined with his dialogue,
Oh,
and then
it's fantastic. He makes everything seem so much like more grandiose and big with these like, Batman doing this huge thing with these grandiose lines. Like even Vicky Vale snapping a picture is like
oh,
the
and
best of her career. So we move on, and the Joker. I love this panel. I don't know if you can show it of the Joker talking into the phone, and he
bro,
has
like all bloody.
yeah, and he has the like the spit and everything, and just the art in this issue is really fantastic. These are two artists I hadn't heard of, but the art is genuinely amazing. Batman, Batman's cape, like I love when Batman's cape, kind of like in the Long Halloween, where his cape is just so long that it is so impractical and makes no sense that he would actually like 20 feet of his cape are on the floor, but I just love it.
Yeah, and now his cape now is just a hide with whatever gadgets he has.
Yes, exactly.
I kind of miss the badass cape, not the I'm hiding like 20,000 things that I stole from a grocery store.
I just love the magic cape where it's like when he's running, it's flowing in the wind, and when he's standing, it's like cloaking him and like all over the ground. But when he's like jumping, it's short again, and when he's standing up and his chest is out, it's short. It doesn't make any sense, but I just love the magic cape.
Blame Todd McFarlane. He started all this. And we got Wifey. What is up? How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you in here. Like this, we get a Joker copter. We get Batman with his cape, and I'm like, we're in a Batman era right now that is so complex in whatever the fuck Batman means to that writer. I miss having those moments of a Joker copter. Like, how much better would Joker would be if Joker
Oh,
had that scene like I took all your money and he's getting off that building and it was just a Joker copter.
that would have made the whole event worth it, genuinely. Like,
Jorge Jimenez, like I'm telling y'all,
oh,
if y'all want to send this to like James Tinian or Jorge Jimenez, get me a freaking Joker copter and whoever else uses the next Joker. Because I'm sorry, that go back to basics.
no, yeah, and
Go back to basics.
it's kind of this perfect blend of that like silver age campiness with like the Joker copters, and he's the Joker's meddling in foreign affairs, like what the hell is he doing, but also like mention his like grounded gritty dialogue. It's so good.
But, tomorrow's telling you to watch your fucking language.
I thought he was talking about you.
You're the
I'm 19 years old.
and the voice elevated.
I'm 19 years old. Stop.
I'll have your Joker copter to you next week, Brad. And you know what? I want Jorge Jimenez to draw his Joker copter. I
That would
did
be
time
sick.
no. If I ever get a commission from Batman artist, it's a Joker copter.
The only way for James Tinian to make me even look at the Joker book on the stands is if he puts a Joker copter in it.
Hush would have had a really good Joker copter, but Joker was barely in Hush. Bro, like I go back, I'm thinking about all these Batman runs with Joker, and I'm like, a Joker copter, 3 Jokers would have been so much. What I would have not have talked as much, bro. Jason,
That would have been.
like
Imagine like Joe Chill is dangling like from the like
Joker
from
copter
a Joker copter. That would have been sick.
from a Joker copter.
Jeff Johns, what are you doing? Except probably being a bad person or something. I don't know.
Potty Mouse over here, and where's the soap? Oh, jeez.
Jeez, jeez. But anyway, back to the issue. Like there's this carnage and like civilians are dead, and we get this nice moment. Menchie does do these grandiose action scenes with poetic language, but he also does these character moments good, where the rebels and the government are basically like, hey, I know I hate you and I hate you and we hate each other, but let's put our differences aside because people are getting hurt, and at the end of the day, we care about the people, so let's stop the Joker. And that was a really good moment. Um, how realistic is that? I'm not really sure, but it happened. But then the Joker's like, "This is perfect." Like they're gonna come after us and whatever. And then they look down and Batman is dangling at in classic Batman fashion to the Joker copter. Basically, and he throws like basically a smoke, like it's kind of like a smoke bomb, but it's kind of like a fire pellet. It's really It's nefarious as to what it
Whatever
is.
it was going to be in 1983.
Yes, it's a Batman bomb, so it can basically do anything. Like it has no real properties or whatever. But he basically the helicopter comes crashing down because nobody can see, and Batman just starts he throws the batarang and like breaks this dude's arm. Like he's brutally taking down the Joker's thugs, and Joker like retreats to this basically an ancient Mayan temple. If you ever seen one, it's like a pyramid, but it's just like it's stepped up. Which is cool. It's cool to see Mensch basically take the setting and make it unique in the sense of it feels like it's Guatemala because oftentimes writers are like, oh, it's Guatemala, but it could be like anywhere in Central America. It doesn't really
Well,
matter.
yeah, because the Mayans didn't settle near if I have my daughter.
I'm not talking about specifically the Mayans, but Central American temples, they're all over. They're like from Peru to Costa Rica, Nicaragua.
It's
What?
whatever comes to your mind when you think about the Mayan
Yeah,
temple or a
exactly.
Central American temple in the middle of a forest. This is it.
It's exactly, he plays on the tropes, but he also uses it he weaves it well into the plot, which is nice. But anyway, Joker basically, I love how Joker is like such a madman that he shoots a flare to let everyone know where he is. Like, Jesus, man.
He's like, oh, you killed my Batmobile. Oh!
He's like, come and get me.
Helicopter.
So essentially what happens is the rebels and the government come together to fight, and they beat the Joker's men, but then the Joker's standing at the top of the temple with a machine gun trained on Batman, and Batman's running up and he's like, I have like my only chance is to throw the batarang and catch the Joker before he shoots me or whatever. And then Mensch basically says Batman says the odds must be 1,000 to 1, but he will never know if he would have beaten those odds. And then Jason Todd swings in the Robin costume, kicking the Joker.
No longer a ginger.
No longer a ginger. And, he explains, he's like, I dyed my hair so people wouldn't realize I'm not Dick Grayson. And but like, it's kind of like you see where Batman, when we go into the comparison of these issues, I'll talk about it more. But basically, Jason Todd, like not even exaggerating, whatever. Jason Todd saves Batman's life, and he beats the crap out of the Joker. And they apprehend him, and and I love the dialogue. But the Joker never even touches him. The boy wonder's agility is flawless. The resultant teamwork is superb. The Batman's punch is a stone cold knockout.
It was just Jason Todd. Real quick, big shout out to Nigel for being here. Yes, sir. And big shout out to where did you go? ComixKings, Lamer Frame partner right there. What's up, my friend? But yeah, Jason in, I was like, boom!
Yeah, that was a boom moment. It was like so uplifting.
That was a boom moment.
It was such a boom moment. But basically, there's this great panel where the art is fantastic, where Jason and Batman just stand looking at each other, and it says, they face each other over the bizarre sprawled body. Neither one say a word. And that's really powerful. And then essentially the rebels are like, all right, we're going to go back to fighting. I'll see you later. And Vicky Vale's like, wow, I got some really awesome camera shots. And then Jason's like, did I do a good job, Batman? And Batman's like, no, I didn't want you to do this. You're not Robin.
He's about to cut my hair and everything.
Yeah, he's like, I basically found your money, took a plane ticket here, saved your life, and Batman's like, take that costume off.
Did you ever watch Looney Tunes?
Yeah, I've watched Looney Tunes.
So remember that one episode where Daffy Duck is trying to prove himself worthy of Bugs' friendship because Bugs Bunny's like, you were never a good friend. So Daffy paid for like a whole vacation.
Yes.
And Bugs was like, Daffy, just because you paid for everything doesn't mean. He's like, no, but I'm such a good friend. I memorized this and this and this, and I memorized your credit card number. That's what this reminded me of. I was
like, Batman, like Jason saves him, and Batman's like, and then he's like, Jason, you did a good job. And then at the end, he goes, and word for word, but at the very first opportunity, you will remove that costume. You've no right to wear it in the first place. And I was like, Batman, he's living in your house. Like, he's obviously going to be like, dude, you have a thing for orphans. Obviously, he's going to become Robin, and you're just being unnecessarily like a dick. Like
I like
oh,
your impressions of her. Her referring to Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale, I think.
I do a Vicky Vale impression. Or no, that was you, Ryan. That you did the Vicky Vale impression.
Oh my god,
Just wait till we hear his Lois Lane impression.
it's the same. All my if it's a female, they're all the same. But yeah, and the issue ends like on a really somber note.
Hey, this show's just getting better and better and better. You know,
Absolutely, improvement.
and improvement. And soon we're gonna get a slideshow up in here. I didn't want to do it
Yes.
today because I had a huge migraine like the whole day after I went hunting. Came away with some good stuff that I'm not going to show you guys until tomorrow. But
I can say it's great. I have seen it. It's
I just need to
stay
get
tuned.
Ryan came back. Charge exactly.
Yo, I'm here and I'm ready to be back. Florida re-energized.
This dude was out there being a Hufflepuff. I'm in a Gryffindor. Hufflepuffs are from the better house.
I ain't that nice, bro.
Yeah, you gotta go hard, bro. But all right, so then we got Batman number 457. This is by Alan Grant and art by Norm Brayfogle.
Yeah.
This is the creative team in, I believe this came out in exactly 1990, December 1990. So these issues literally debuted 7 years apart from each other. Now, okay, premise of this issue, the same exact thing, but Aircraft Laboratory.
And the funny thing is you say that and you're basically right. Like you're not even doing it at this service. It's exactly the same thing.
Now, the language is very stupid in this book. I don't want to say stupid. It's just confusing because Tim Drake is thrown into this book with the boom, just he's tossed into it. We're like, wait, where did you come from? So in both issues, Batman is stuck somewhere. He's stuck in Scarecrow's laboratory right now, and he's hanging. He's kind of hanging from his feet. So that's it. And Scarecrow's like, aha! I put you in a trap. I'm going to release my toxins, and he's going to do X, Y, and Z. And Vicky Vale is captured too.
For some reason, she's in this book.
So this would happen. Vicky Vale was spying on the people that Scarecrow recently hired. So they capture Vicky Vale because she's stupid about it, apparently. We don't see this. All this either happened in the previous issue or off book.
Yeah.
Batman went after Vicky Vale and got captured. So it's like when you throw your shoe up in a tree and it gets stuck, you try to get the other one out with the other shoe, now you're stuck in a tree. That's happened before.
That's exactly, yeah, me too, man.
Huh?
The exact same thing has happened to me.
So now you're just shit out of luck. So Scarecrow's going over these new toxins where he came up with this plan where he sent out envelopes with a mask and the new toxin to 50 random people. His henchmen who got paid by Scarecrow to capture Batman, the same ones that captured Vicky Vale, they leave. Okay, now this is where we get to the fun part because Tim Drake is introduced. And Tim Drake is like, I knew something was happening. And he's in a taxi cab as Tim Drake, as no one else. Just Tim Drake just riding around a taxi and he tails these guys. Okay, meanwhile, Batman gets injected with a toxin. He gets like covered with spiders. I think they wanted to take a piece of Todd McFarlane because he was
definitely
at the time. So Batman being covered in Todd McFarlane spiders. That's exactly what I call it. That's exactly what it looks like. Todd McFarlane spiders.
Yeah, and those toxins were really cool, though. I did kind of Scarecrow's getting better at this.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Scarecrow, good work, bro. I was like, good work, bro. But you still suck.
Yeah, you did. I mean, I love Scarecrow. Scarecrow's my favorite, but he does.
I think Alan Grant put a little too much dialogue into Scarecrow this time because like I get it. Because we got like this whole backstory of why he uses fear.
That was great. That was really great.
But it was so irrelevant to the story. It was like we're gonna give Tim Drake time to figure out what the hell is going on. So we're gonna monologue to Scarecrow, giving Batman his history in elementary school, the first time he used a fear toxin.
No, I completely agree with you. I would have liked if Scarecrow talked because this guy's about people being afraid, but he's just talking like an idiot. I'm like, shut up. The more you talk, the less I'm afraid.
it's supposed to be scary because he's speaking to Batman. But as the reader, I'm like, I don't care what you have to say because you just
Yeah,
introduced Tim Drake saying, I knew this all along. And he's
yeah,
telling these guys in the taxi. Now they open up the envelope, and it was a double cross because now they're injected with the fear toxin, and the car crashes. Tim tailing it. Obviously, he now knows where the location is, so he goes there. Coincidentally, now if you guys remember when Daredevil debuted as Daredevil, he didn't have a suit. He put a mask over his head, right? Tim Drake. Oh, they're gonna know who I am. I'm gonna put my head.
a
And
red ski
oh,
mask.
but he gets into like the lair to the lab by throwing a snowball at these guys, and getting them distracted.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he slams the door, locks him in, and he goes downstairs, grabs a pole, and beats the crap out of people. Now he gets injected with the toxin after he like gets into a scuffle that he's not really winning. He gets injected with the toxin, but he's like fighting through. He's like, I gotta do it. I'm not afraid. But he's like, I'm afraid, but I can act like I'm not, and hit Scarecrow with the pole. This reminded me of the scene in Star Wars when when Han Solo accidentally hit Boba Fett with the pole, and he
Yeah,
into the
the
speeder.
the Sarlacc pit.
Jabba's like, I call it Jabba's yacht, his Tatooine yacht. That's what I call it. Because I don't know,
His barge.
bro. That is a yacht on Tatooine. But Jabba
It's a
was
barge,
yacht.
dude. It's a barge.
I call it a yacht.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
The yacht. It's a Tatooine yacht. But so yeah, that's exactly what happened. And Scarecrow bumps into all of his toxin. Now he's afraid, and he gets surrounded by birds because birds scare him.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't like I think it was supposed to be bats, but it wasn't drawn particularly well.
It's like a mixture of birds and bats.
Yeah, I saw it at first. I was like, why the hell are there like pigeons around him? And then like I'm like, okay, it's
Well,
probably
when he
bats.
first used his toxin, he used pigeons to scare everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I was confused, but yeah, I think it was bats.
Yep. So this is where Tim Drake takes his mask off and says, "Hey, it's me." And Batman's like, he's like, "Robin, what are you doing?"
And I was like,
So that does happen, and then they leave and they have a moment, and he's like, and this is the difference between Batman in
yeah.
Batman in 1990. And instead of saying you should have never done that in the first place, he's like, "Yes, I told you to stay home, but part of the learning experience is going off a hunch."
Yeah, the
Have
Jason Todd disrespect.
have I ever had a pigeon fly up on you?
I have not.
I
I
have.
mean, I've been to New York 1,000 times, and there's like pigeons everywhere.
Steal my ham sandwich.
Dude, oh, I'd kill for a ham sandwich right now.
A very good ham sandwich.
Oh, dude, oh,
Motherfucker.
with mayo, oh, bro, that would hit. Anyway, back to I'm thinking about it.
Anyway, so Batman takes him to the Batcave and he shows him the Dick Grayson costume. He's like, he's like, no, I don't want to wear this because there's a lot to uphold because Dick Grayson retired. He gave this a meaning. He gave this a worldwide meaning. Jason Todd died in here. So what am I going to do? And so this is where Bruce Wayne gives him a gift package of his own, and we get a new Robin costume, which is kind of dope. It's pretty badass looking.
I dig it. I dig the black pants. I dig all of it, and I love the shoulder pads. I know they're like so early '90s, but I dig them.
The biggest difference in this issue. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, Vicky Vale was fine.
Yeah, she's fine. If you guys cared,
I just had to say Vicky Vale was fine. So.
Oh, Jesus.
But the biggest difference of this book was the ending, really, in the treatment and
Yeah.
of the treatment between the two characters. So I got like a little fuzzy for a second.
No, yeah, absolutely. We see Batman. We see Batman with Jason. You know, and Jason Todd is Batman's greatest failure. So you see, right? I like how in his first appearance as Robin, you see how it's inevitable Jason's going to be Robin, and Batman's just trying to delay it, and he's mishandling Jason already. Jason's not going to listen to you. Dude, I would love the shoulder pads back.
Maybe if Damian Wayne gets a little, they decide to buff him up a little bit more, they'll just do so with shoulder pads. But
yeah, and then with Tim, you see Jason like Batman's like, I'm going to control you, even though you want to be Robin. It's my choice. Bad move, Batman. That's what's you kind of fucked up with him. But then you see Tim. Batman's like, I'm not going to stop you. Here's your own costume. You're Robin.
Yeah. And looking back on these two characters' relationship, there's a reason why Jason Todd and Bruce Wayne have never gotten along. And I think that's why. Is because as soon as he put on the Robin costume, Batman's like, no,
Yeah, immediate. He's
no. And then he died. And Batman has really never, we've never really seen the remorse of Batman's decisions that day.
mm-hmm.
We're looking at all this in hindsight. But I'm going to use this as an example. Look at Three Jokers.
That's
They're
fair.
using both of these characters, but Tim Drake is never really used with Batman because Tim Drake now is like, okay, Tim is more of a responsible Robin to be out on his own, leading his own team. That's why he was leading Young Justice. That's why he was in the Goth. That's why he led the Gotham Knights in the Tinian run. But
Yeah.
Todd and Batman have always kind of had that distrust that started from jump. That's what I'm. That's like what I'm really trying to get at.
No, yeah, you're absolutely. You can see, honestly, like it obviously DC did not plan for this, but it's kind of genius because you can see the initial like their ideological differences are eventually going to get Jason killed, and like they sow that all throughout. So it's kind of genius. They didn't do it on purpose though, but it's
No,
genius.
but it makes sense that it ended the way it did. It's just in today's comics, I would like to see a little bit more Jason Todd as his own character. You're not going to ever achieve that in a miniseries that's part of a three-part tale. You're never going
Chip's
to
doing
really.
it, dude. I
This
know
is
you. I
this
know
is.
you. Sorry, but like, I'm gonna stop you right there. As like a huge, huge Red Hood
I
fan.
know you're a huge Red Hood fan. That's why I want you to listen.
Okay, go ahead and then I'll rebut.
You're gonna rebut. I know you are. For the from 2013 to 2020, 7 years too long. Scott Lobdell put Red Hood with other people. Okay.
Completely agree.
Now, it was an enjoyable story, but looking at it, no characters got growth, and his reasoning for it were very personal. He's like, yeah, a person beyond redemption is with other people beyond redemption. Well, Starfire's never beyond redemption. I mean, have you looked at her lately?
Starfire's edition was bad.
And Roy Harper, you really just took a character and just gave him nothing for years.
I think
So,
I will disagree. I think you're right in your like ideas about it, but the
so
relation.
for the bet,
Go ahead.
it's not doing anything for Jason's progress as his own person. So now that we're finally getting it in a Chip Zdarsky series, now if this were an ongoing series and you didn't have a grifter tie-in and a
And
outside
Outsiders and a Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn.
and a poison, yeah, all these other tie-ins, and you just had Red Hood, you would be able to tell such a great tale because this is really his first thing since Under the Red Hood where he's a solo person.
I see, okay, I see what you're saying, right? I see what you're saying, but it, I'm not going to say you're missing the point. I just think you're kind of equating what you would want with Jason Todd with what's actually happening. So, like, you would want Jason to be his own man and character and development in this way, and I completely get it. And honestly, I kind of agree with you. But DC is taking it as, and Scott Lobdell, because Scott Lobdell's been the only person.
Oh, that was a shitty person.
I completely agree with you, completely. But what I'm saying is Scott Lobdell's ideas are Jason Todd is going to deal with this, and he's going to become a better person, not by himself, but with others. And I think the relationship with Roy Harper is great. I think that run as a whole is very subpar. But I think the relationship with Roy is great. I think his relationship with Artemis is great. And I think what Chip is doing right now is so refreshing because it's part of what I like and it's part of what you like in the sense of Jason is kind of well adjusted and he's like, hey, he's talking to this kid and he's trying to like Jason's trying to be a good person. Like, hey, I'm taking care of this kid. I know like Jason's like, I relate to this kid. I know what it was like, but also the Jason like, yeah, I'm still kind of a messed up person with real issues. So spoilers for the end of Batman Urban Legends #1. He, does this kid's father deserve to die? almost definitely. He gave the drugs to his kids and like basically made his wife purposefully overdose. Does he deserve to die? Yeah. But Jason just killed this kid's father nonetheless. So, I think what Chip's doing right now is fantastic.
So
Chip Zdarsky can do no wrong.
So would this be better as an ongoing series where we're 14, 15 pages?
Brendan, you offer me a Red Hood, even a mini series, even like a Red Hood mini with Chip Zdarsky.
Yes or no?
Dude,
Yes or no?
I'm saying yes. I'm a long-winded saying yes.
I rest my case. Jason Todd.
I agreed with you. We're not arguing here.
Well, if you heard it here, folks. If you ever had an ongoing Jason Todd series, or that's exactly what he needs instead of some stupid tie-in, called Batman the Urban Legend.
Absolutely. Put Chip on a
grow his character because also, yeah, and now we're looking at Tim Drake in current comics. I don't even know if he's Drake or in Infinite Frontier changed that to.
What is Tim even doing? You and I are really well versed on current comics, and I don't even know what Tim's doing.
Tim hasn't appeared in anything in Infinite Frontier yet. Oh wait, yeah, yes, Teen Titans Academy. I'm so stupid, but
no, I'm not reading. It's a bad book. I'm not reading it.
Teen Titans Academy is great.
It's written by the same guy who did Future State, and Future State was bad, like very bad, like very, 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 very bad.
It was actually a good issue. I actually enjoyed Teen Titans Academy, bro. All right, anyway, back to we took a 10-minute tangent to do
Red Hood and Tim Drake stuff.
Yeah, but okay, Hall of Fame, Hall of Shame. What do these two issues do good for you, and what do they do bad for you?
Guys, you know me. I think I've probably referenced my love for Jason Todd on every single issue or every single episode. Every single episode.
Back to Red Hood.
Yeah, I love Jason Todd.
X-Men. We're not reading Red Hood.
Yeah, well, I love Jason Todd. Jason Todd and Wally West. I will always reference them. But anyway, I'm actually.
Thank you.
All right, you could say one issue is really good, but we'll wait till the first arc's over and then I'll judge it. But hey, if you say the second issue is good, Brandon, I'll pick it up. Deal. But anyway.
That's weird.
I'm gonna put Batman 366 most definitely in the Hall of Fame. Not honestly. Even if you took Jason Todd out of the story and just made it John Smith, like imagine replace Tim Drake with John Smith and replace Jason Todd with John Smith. I think the Batman 366 is a much better issue. It's way more enjoyable. It's something different. The dialogue is great. The art is great. I think overall it's a fantastic issue, and I would read it again, not just because of Jason Todd. So that's 366 in my Hall of Fame, 457 in the Hall of Shame.
I have to agree 100%. I don't like the way that the plot was structured. It felt very weird, right? Because it wasn't like we're jumping. 457 wasn't like we were jumping in the middle of something. It was like we're starting in the middle of something.
Yeah, it was really, really weird.
And they just like threw Tim Drake in as kind of just being there. So that was just weird to me. But no matter how many times you use Scarecrow and you monologue him, there was too much filler in 457. It was great filler. It was fine filler, but again, I'm not really a big Scarecrow guy to begin with. I like Scarecrow, but I'm not huge on him, especially when you go off and you monologue his fear toxins. But oh god, here we go. You're late again. Yeah,
we're done, dude. We're pretty much done.
Flash, the more shit talk you bring here, the least likely we are to do Flash.
Let's do Flash.
But anyway, yep, I gotta agree with you. Batman 366 first appearance, Jason Todd, Hall of Fame, 100%. We agreed finally, and Ryan is happy because favorite Robin,
my favorite comic character, dude.
His favorite comic character. It's because when we do Flash, I won't shit talk. It's because I love you. I love you too, Flashpoint. Cheers.
We'll see if we do Wally or Barry. Then we'll talk.
We'll probably do both. But anyway, super exciting news, Ryan. You got anything coming up on your channel?
Actually, ironically, I swear to God, I didn't even plan this. I just released a couple videos, but my next video, which is probably going to be out tomorrow or on Thursday, is actually on the Robins and how to start reading them if you're new to comics. And my favorite stories from each Robin and my Robin's reading recommendations. I didn't even plan it that way.
And Ryan does his YouTube with his cousin Chad.
Yes, Chad and I talk about
They're
it.
for life. Everyone knows he's the best Robin.
Nah,
If you're a '90s baby and you were given Tim Drake, I sincerely apologize, but I like Tim Drake. I like all the Robins. It's just Dig is the best.
Tim Drake's probably.
If you were born in Tim Drake, that's like, here, you have the perfect Wonder Boy. Wonder.
He's the reader.
Perfect. I don't like him. Ryan, what's your channel called? Is it Ryan's Comics Reviews? If you click on
it's called Ryan and Chad, actually.
It's called Ryan and Chad. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's.
If you guys click on my channel, his channel is directly linked as a partner, right?
Yeah, so the feature channels. Or just look up Ryan Apgar or Ryan and Chad and go to channels.
Ryan is the best Robin. Once his balls drop, I will judge him.
Bro, I'm gonna need you to order that again, but Cap, honestly. What is that?
I mean, he's fine. Not my favorite.
No, I love dude, Damien's probably my third.
I'm promoting you.
Oh, go ahead, please promote me. I'm sorry.
Ryan and Chad do a lot of reviews. They talk about a lot of stuff, mainly DC, mainly what they're reading, which is awesome. So if you guys just want to watch a cool show about what they pick up on Wednesdays, called Wednesday Warriors, I love it. And then they do book reviews. One of them they have yet to have me on because I've been saying, get me on your damn show.
I gotta get you on, dude. I
met with the astounding. So there we have it. Chad will be here for Hall of Fame, Hall of Shame. So you guys will get to meet Chad. I have yet to meet Chad. And then on my channel, got Tag Team Thursday. You guys know when that is. I don't know when I'm talking about it. I don't know what I'm talking about yet, but I will figure it out. And then weekly wrap up of it is every Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, I have an interview with Marcus Anthony Toe coming to you guys May 8th. I'm going to be promoting that, close to the date. And I just confirmed, actually, I just set a date. This is huge, guys. May 15th, Will Portasio, co-creator of Image Comics, is coming on ComixKings. You guys heard it first. And I'm so stoked. I've been planning this since October. I've had this in the brink since October, and it finally has a date. I'm so stoked for that. Will Portasio, co-creator of Bishop, guys. Co-creator of Bishop, co-founder of Image Comics. Bro, I'm excited.
So awesome. And again, if on the off chance you are watching it on the replay or live in the chat, besides self-promotion, you have to subscribe to Brandon and ComixKings. I watch every video, even though I'm a part of some of them. They're fantastic, so definitely subscribe.
Yeah, we always catch replays of each other's shows.
Exactly.
So, yeah, make sure you guys sub up to Ryan. I will put his YouTube in the description once I go back and edit it. But Ryan and Chad, they do a lot of great shit, so go fuck with it. Anyway, thank you guys for catching the show. Like, subscribe. I'm supposed to say that. I'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.